Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Zennia Varisca. I'm from PBI 3. In this video, I want to tell about election, do and don't. Election for short are the process of choosing someone to fill a political office in Kerten, Indonesia. The office was diversified from the office of president or executive. Vice people of legislative assembly at various levels of government. To the village head, in a border context, election may also mean to the process of filling offices such as class president or class president. Although this term election is used more frequently, elections are one of those attempts to influence people persuasively without coercion by engaging in rhetoric, public relations, mass communication, lobbies, and other activities. Although the campaign of democracy and propaganda are strongly citized. In election campaign, main use of advertising and propaganda technique for candidate or politicians, always political communicators. In election, voters are also called constituent, and it is to them that voters over their promise and program on the campaign period. The campaign took place during the appointed time ahead of voting day. After vote was made, the counting process began. The winner of an election is determined by the rules of main or deciding system that has previously been established and approved by the participant and is socialized with the voter. What to do at the polls? What to do at the polls is, the first is carrying model C6 ID certificate or identification. It serves as an evidence of voting rights. Second is make sure there are not ink or other marks that indicate there is already taken, because one person only has one voice. The third is come to the polls on a predetermined date. Don't show up the polls. Your voting privilege are a total waste. The fourth is before going to vote, check the ballots first. Make sure it intact and under damage. The fifth is it is only allowed to go to the vote with the device provided. The sixth is when you place your ballots in the mail barrel, remember to dip your fingers in the ink provided as a saying use your vote. In addition to what should be done at the polling station, there are also what should not be done while at the polling station. The first is not tearing the ballot from, vote for suspension, not move. The second is no mobile phone are allowed to take photograph, let alone take picture of deleted voicemails. The three is it is not to go to technology with cigarettes or other tools except those they are provided at the polling station. And fourth is you can campaign, which means you can intimidate that voters into voting for one of the candidate. The fifth is don't refuse to dip the finger in the ink, which is proof that we have participated. That's an election order you must obey. Be a righteous voter, obedient to the rules set out by. Anyway, one more thing to take care of before going to the polls. The most important thing is to have a choice. Yes, do not just blindly go along with it. Okay, that's all my explanation about election, what to do and done. One more thing to take care of before going to the polls. The most important thing is to have a choice. Yes, do not just blindly go along with it. But if you hear it doesn't win the election, support and encourage the choose one. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.